cloud up in the sky. The sun woke up to shine, shine, shine on us. Oh, oh, the salty ocean air. You put a flower in my hair. I swear this must be love. One hand in mine and one on a Mai Tai. We said it's slow. Oh, you by my side, watching time fly while my heart goes. A hammock in music is love, searching for a sailor, but it's a word, searching for a song. Life is an empty canvas waiting for a pen to come along. Where have you been, my missing piece? Doc sitting, waiting for the sun to get up. Toe dipping with a paper and a coffee cup. Ain't gotta worry on my mind, I'm ticking to my own time. This rocking chair is more than enough. Good morning, life. It sure is nice to see. It's looking like we're doing alright. Rise and shine. I'm ready for today, wiping yesterday out of my eyes.
What was the line you came down to for saying something you were mine?
Ever since you've been mine.
What made me think of a retreat? You know, everybody always talks about these exotic places that they go as a songwriter and get to write songs for a few days with their friends, and I just started thinking, you know, I have a pretty cool place in Orlando, the house that I grew up in, the house that built me, and so I grabbed a couple girlfriends and said, y'all want to head to Orlando for a couple days and hang out in the sun and, oh yeah, write some songs? And they said, sure.
Songwriting retreat is a must, and I didn't know this until this trip because I've never done a pure songwriting retreat. It's been performing and other things, maybe radio or teaching, and you're using different parts of your brain and you're in an environment that you're still somewhat used to. Whereas a full songwriting retreat, we had vacation things planned in here, we had leisure time planned in here, and I wrote some of my greatest songs. It fed a different part of me to kind of be free from all the other responsibilities and to get to bond. Sometimes your co-writer, you just met them and you write a song and 4 hours later you never talk to them again.
It's expensive and it's time consuming to pick up and move a bunch of people to another location. But what I've found every time I go on a retreat, whether it's San Diego or Lake Martin or here in Orlando, I find that you get out of the Nashville mix and pace, and you sit with 6 people or however many people, and you really get to know them. You get to eat 3 meals a day with them. You get to go out and have a martini by the bay or whatever, and you get to completely relax and unplug, and therefore get to connect with people in a way that it's really hard to when you show up at 10 and have 3 hours to write a song.
It's great to be on a retreat with a bunch of other people because you get to see what they're coming up with and you get to see what they're creating. And at the end of the day, everybody shares their songs and we kind of have a house concert. And that's something you wouldn't get on the row writing because you're just with your co-writer and then you just go home.
I think it's just a good way to break out of the norm, and I think you tend to write stuff you wouldn't normally write at home, and when you're having a ton of fun and just kind of letting loose and treating it like a vacation too, your mind gets way more creative, I think, when it's not just a job and a grind and you show up at this time and it's scheduled, and I don't know, it just gives you some creative freedom.
I could light a match and smile as it all burns. That's really dark. Sorry.
We don't want him to die.
No, not die.
We don't?
We don't?
I could pack a bag and get upstairs. I could slam the door and cuss and swear. I could stand here and act like I don't care. I could just keep quiet and not say a word. I could act like the last year I hadn't heard. Da-da-da-da-da. Just watch it burn.
And one day a week ain't gonna fix me. Ain't no same page me in the Bible ever been on.
One day a week ain't gonna fix me. Ain't the same page me in the Bible ever been on. So here I am, 'cause my way never gets me any closer to anywhere that feels like home. I need more than a Sunday morning love.
I love going in a room with new people. You just ask a lot of questions. You tell stories that you probably haven't told since 8th grade, and something brilliant spits out of one of your mouths. Normally, kind of, sometimes.
Inspiration comes from everywhere. I mean, I have songs that the title has, I've literally woken up in the middle of the night and gone, oh, wow, great title. Write it down, go back to sleep.
For me, I like to start with the melody because I think the title and the melody need to kind of have a nice little marriage, so it's very important that that they go hand in hand. Like if you have a sad melody, you have a sad title. So start with the melody, and then I kind of suss through. I have about 6 or 7 pages of titles just through the years. You know, anytime anyone says anything, you just kind of write it down and twist it and turn it into something clever.
I do take down all my ideas. Thank God for the iPhone. So anytime I have a hook concept, I type it in and record it.
In a conversation, somebody will say something and I go, oh, and I sneak my phone out and write it down. And during sermons, during church, you know, I'm sure my pastor thinks I'm probably text messaging, but I'm not. I promise, I'm writing down song ideas. So song ideas come from everywhere.
It's usually waking up kind of last minute and getting a lot of coffee in me and trusting that there are people on my calendar I'm going to be able to sit down with and talk our way into a title. Sometimes it works when people bring a title, but I kind of prefer a little more organic approach where you sit down and start talking about whose boyfriend's been cheating, or you know, whose cat just got run over.
Well, I haven't told a single soul, but it looks like everybody knows. Swear you're keeping it on the down low. Oh, so they must have found out on their own. We must be putting on quite a show. We're like a billboard, baby. 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 When I start looking at you and you start looking at me, we're crazy if we think they can't see that we're like a billboard, baby. We're like a billboard, baby. We think we're being so discreet, my piece of space on the freeway. Cause we're fooling ourselves, we think that we're fooling us all around town with this bullshit rate anyway. We're like a billboard, baby. 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 When I start looking at you and you start looking at me, we're crazy if we think we can't see. We're like a billboard, baby. We're like a billboard, baby. Oh, like a billboard, baby.
Out here.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Andi Zack, ladies and gentlemen, the cutest woman on the planet.
Hey.
Wait, what am I saying? Not a cloud up in the sky. The sun woke up to shine, shine, shine on us. Whoa, the salty ocean air. You put a flower in my hair. I swear this must be love. One hand in mine and one on a Mai Tai. We say it's slow. Oh, you by my side, watching the time fly while my heart goes. We have some awesome places in Nashville to write, obviously, publishing companies and songwriter rooms at CSAC and ASCAP and BMI, but there's something about changing your scenery and staring at the water or, being here in this just gorgeous setting that provides a different kind of inspiration. So I think sometimes you can get a little stuck maybe in a rut, and so changing your scenery and also changing who you're writing with. I mean, the cool thing about this retreat is that I've written with a couple of these girls before, but I hadn't written with all of them.
What do you do when you're stumped?
Lunch break.
I call Carver.
When I get stumped, I get drunk. No. I don't get stumped. No, I'm just kidding.
When you're stuck on a line, take a break, go get a cup of coffee.
That's what's great about co-writing, is there's someone else in the room and you're responsible to keep working and finish that song instead of getting stuck and just, going to the movies. Well, sometimes we do.
Yeah, I think sometimes the best thing you can do is to put a song down and walk away from it for a little bit, even though at first that was really hard for me because I felt like if I didn't walk out with the perfect song right off the bat, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't good, and so it took me a little while to realize that not every song just comes pouring out perfectly the first time.
She can bait a hook while she bats her ride, blow you a kiss at the track when she takes first prize. Rhinestones on the license plate of her jacked up pickup truck, fresh coat of polish on her nails when she's done cleaning her gun.
If you take her out hunting, buddy, you ain't gonna get lost in the mud. If your truck breaks down, it's alright, 'cause she knows her way up under her hood. She's a tomboy, daylight, knockout all night. Wouldn't look away if I could. Damn, she cleans up good.
What will you take away from this particular retreat?
What will I take away from this?
Like from your whole overall experience with everybody.
These are great questions. Andi Zack is really good at this, by the way. If you need a great videographer, if you need a music video, she'll be doing some of my music videos in the future, by the way, because I do have a record coming out soon, a Christian record. Shameless plug.
I've never been on an all-girls retreat before, so it was so fun because this group of girls are so dynamic and everybody is very unique personality, and so it was just a blast because it was like a girls' night out combined in 3 days. It's fabulous.
I've got to say, I walked into this home not knowing what was going on with Karyn's dad, and it's been kind of emotional for me thinking of how I would feel if my dad were in the position that Pat's in, and watching his spirit, and the fact that he has a mission statement about cancer on the wall when you walk in. Remission is the mission, and I'm wearing the bracelet, and man, I want that kind of faith. I want that kind of positive attitude, and these songs are going to be special because we created them in a home where someone was facing a life-threatening illness, and he's taken it head on, and this retreat has been different for that reason. And of course, a combination's been an all-women retreat, and to get to know you, Andi, and all these other lovely and talented ladies and artists has been a joy, because we don't get to do that much in Nashville. At least I don't make the time to do that. Hang out with my little sisters, and I think we've written some cool songs. But it's about way more than the songs this trip, and that's cool.
This is my dad, Pat Williams, and he's pretty much the coolest guy I know.
Well, thank you.
And he allowed us to crash his house for the weekend.
Right. I was eating my lunch yesterday, and I saw a hit song being made in the process. It's kind of like watching sausage being made. It was unbelievable.
Do you remember any?
Like a billboard baby, like a billboard baby. And I said, that's got stardom written all over it. I mean, do we take this to George Strait? Do we take this to Tim McGraw? Do we take this to Brad Paisley? Do we take this to a female? I mean, does this go to Faith Hill or Reba? I mean, it's that more hit song here in this Florida sunshine. One more hit, created from scratch. I'm going to be eating my lunch again today after church. The girls, passed on church today. I mean, that's how important this songwriting is. First Baptist Orlando was waiting for them. I had a pew waiting there. Jay and Diane Strack were sitting there saying, where are the girls? Where are the songwriters? But I explained, they're pouring themselves into writing hit songs. So we will see what the next 4 hours bring, but we're hoping for another hit. Let's go, girls. Start writing. Let's go. Come on. Show me something. I cannot wait for this concert to start. The fruit of all the labor, all the food we've given you, and all the basketball tickets.
We have 8 new babies.
Billboard baby, oh, you by my side, watching time fly. I wanna have faith like that. That's why I keep coming back. 'Cause all you have to do is just be still. A little bit of quiet, a little place to heal. There you are.
Had a productive weekend, ladies.
Ta-da! Yes, ta-da.
Yeah. Very productive.
I think my biggest inspiration, and everyone will laugh, I'm always embarrassed to say this, but it's just the truth. My biggest inspiration is the Bangles. I have gone much further in my musical exploring and adventures and endeavors, and I've been affected much more profoundly by incredible writers and incredibly deep artists. But I have to stick with the Bangles because they taught me that women can play instruments, women can write songs, women can form together and create harmony and be really popular and really cute and still have an effective message. And I think I was in grade school when I heard If She Knew What She Wants. It was off the different, Manic Monday was on there and Walk Like an Egyptian. And I thought, shoot, I can do this, and I'm going to teach my girlfriends how to do this with me. And we spent our whole, every recess, I was teaching them to do harmonies, and and we were kind of breaking down song structure without even knowing it. So while it goes well beyond that, and I could tell you some really historically profound people like the Dollies and the Patty Griffins and the Carole Kings and Leonard Cohens, I'm gonna stick with the Bangles were my greatest inspiration because they made me realize I could sing and play and write.
Who is your biggest inspiration?
Lisa Carver, actually. She is my hero of all heroes.
Care to elaborate?
Would you like me to elaborate?
Yeah.
Okay, I told you I'm not a talker. A friend of mine invited me to one of Lisa Carver's shows, and I saw her, and it was just like magic. Her singing was amazing. It was just so cool, and I thought, man, I want to do that. I want to be kind of underground and vibey. I kind of want to be behind the scenes, and I didn't realize that you could still kind of play out and get your fix on stage, and still do what you really love, which is the writing part. So she was kind of the inspiration for me.
There's not a person on the street or a writer in town or an artist, past, present, or that will come that doesn't influence me.
I adored Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, just the way they sang together and performed and did variety shows and Christmas specials, and I just thought how fun it would be to write, sing, and perform for a job.
Come here and do this after you laugh.
Oh, we all three did it.
1, 2, 3.
That's great. Okay.
Lazy puppet to the bridge now. We're bringing it back.
Sorry, hold on. My flower has moved. Okay. We must make sure that we look good.
Start again. What will you take away from this retreat?
Okay. What I will take away from this retreat, aside from a suntan and some natural sun highlights, is the friendships, the relationships.
This trip was like a baptism. It really was. The fellowship of being with a bunch of girls that just get you, and I've learned from everybody here.
Our off times when we were sitting by the lake, or we were talking about our moms or our hometowns, or we were out at the game or having a meal, that's when I really found the meat of what I wanted to say and what my co-writers wanted to say, and that was invaluable. And it is inspiring to be in a different environment. It's like getting a new guitar or a new instrument, and you just go, there's so many songs in here.
I think the biggest thing that I'll take away from this retreat is the relationships that have been formed. I mean, I have laughed more in the last 3 days than I feel like I've done 800 sit-ups.
I will definitely take away more wrinkles from this retreat from laughing so hard. See? There's one right there. See it?
There's a lot of dusting off my soul that happened that I'm not too comfortable with, but I'm better for it. And it was like church camp for grown-ups.
My brother-in-law happens to be a professional chef, so we hired him in for the weekend to create some unbelievable meals for us, and it's just been the perfect weekend.
Hey.
I love you. I love my sisters. I love my job. I love my life.
I've been every rule I couldn't break. Ain't a shortcut in life I didn't take. Now I'm sitting on the third row with Brother Howard beside me. I'm just hoping he can't smell last night's whiskey. So here we go again, me and you, doing the same old dance we always do. I know I swore last time was the last time you'd hear this prayer. And to tell the truth, if I were you, I'd be tired of meeting me here. One day a week ain't gonna fix me. Ain't the same page me and the Bible ever been on. So here I am, 'cause my way never gets me any closer to anywhere that feels like home. I need more, I need